the second person in the world I've heard of named Augie. He's a late arrival. He's only pitched in 3 games. Well, this is his 3rd game. I stand corrected. He's not going more than 7 or 3 and a third, so I'll expect to be around there. Good ERA in this. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tom Lang Park for this evening's Western Canadian Baseball League matchup featuring the visiting Saskatoon Berries and the hometown Weyburn Beavers. Warm one at Tom Lang Park tonight. Temperature right now 33 degrees Celsius. That's 91 Fahrenheit. The real field temperature is 37 or 99 Fahrenheit. Relative humidity 32%. A wind from the south at 19 kilometers an hour. It's about 12 miles an hour. So it's going to be awful tough to get balls out of Tom Lang tonight. Starting lineup for the Saskatoon Berries, the leadoff hitter, Mason Rell, is the third baseman. Ethan Murdoch, the left fielder, is batting second. The number 3 hitter, Gavin Panks, and he has the catching duties tonight for the Berries. Gael Salinas, the second baseman, is the cleanup hitter. In the number 5 spot, Nathan Houston, the starting shortstop. Batting sixth, Nick Cote, the designated hitter. Nick Stinson, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Center fielder Nash Nichols is the number 8 hitter, and rounding out the order in the 9 spot, number 9 playing position, number 9 right field, it's Eric Aguirre. Starting pitcher for the Saskatoon Berries, number 43, Augie Groman. On the mound for the Beavers, Luke Popplewell gets the start. This is start number 4 for Luke. He has an 0-3 record. He's pitched 12 2/3 innings, allowed 14 hits, 12 runs, all 12 earned. He struck out 14 and walked 12, earned run average of 9.53. Taking a look at the Beaver defense across the outfield, Noah Brooks is the left fielder. Hugh Montgomery is in center, and Austin Boylan with the start in right field. In the infield, Ryan Muselaar is the third baseman. At short, it's Trevor Dale, Ryan Dauphiny at second base. Rob Gurney with the start at first base tonight, as Owen Mayencourt has the catching duties for Luke Popplewell. And Mason Rell steps in, and we're ready to get underway. First pitch, 7:08, is ball 1 to Mason Rell. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Mason Rell on the year, arriving a little later in the season than he did last year. 20 hits in 65 at-bats. He's scored 25 times in 17 games. 5 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Good for a .308 batting average. And that's lined to deep left center, and it's going to get down for extra bases. Montgomery up with it, a stand-up lead-off double for Mason Rell. About as well as I think you can do cutting into the breeze here today. If you get anything up, the wind's just going to push it back in. And Ethan Murdoch, with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, steps into the batter's box. Popped up, out of play. 0-1. Ethan Murdoch with an outstanding season, 78 hits in 203 at-bats, 65 runs scored over 49 games, 17 doubles, 14 home runs, 59 runs batted in, and a .384 batting average entering this one. That's spiked about 5 feet short, and Owen Mayencourt able to keep that in front of him. 1-1 the count. Gavin Panks on deck. pitch there by Popwell that Murdoch fouls into the screen. 1-2. Ethan Murdoch, the Swift Current product. Played his 25-26 season at Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia. And recently accepted a position with the Swift Current Broncos as their strength and conditioning coach. So congratulations to Ethan Murdoch. Another pitch in the dirt. Good job by Owen Mayencourt. And it'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off the plate outside, and that's going to fill the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Not a lot of relief at the top of this order. A really productive one. Payoff pitch from Luke Popplewell. Fouled back. Good location there from Luke. Once again, the 3-2. Ball 4. .34th base on balls on the season for Ethan Murdoch. And Gavin Panks will be the hitter with 2 on and nobody out. Down, ball 1. For Gavin Panks, 54 hits and 155 trips, 41 runs scored over 42 games, 8 doubles, a triple, 1 home run, 37 runs batted in, and a .348 batting average. Pitch is down for ball 2. That's in there. Called strike, 2-1. Beavers looking for a ground ball here to get a pair. Swing and a miss. Good location. Busted a fastball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gael Salinas in the on-deck circle. That's a laced foul. Count holds at 2-2. That's bounced way out, and Owen Mayencourt did everything he could. So the forces are off and the count is full. Two in scoring position now on the wild pitch. Fastball on the outside edge, fouled off by Panks to stay alive. Countersville, still nobody out here in the top of the first. A double by Mason Rell and a walk to Ethan Murdoch. A wild pitch has him in scoring position. Another pitch fouled off right at home plate. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up. Ball 4 down. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Walks have been a major concern for the Beavers outside of the core 4 starters. And 2 of them already in the first inning to load the bases. For a very dangerous Gael Salinas. Salinas, the leading hitter on the Berries roster. Slider in there for strike 1. Gael Salinas, 73 hits in 187 at-bats, 60 runs scored over 48 games. His 14 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 50 runs batted in, and a .390 batting average. Curveball up a bit. 1-1. I'll be pretty choked if that gets called later. It's fouled away 1 and 2. Rob Gurney in at first base. That's popped into shallow right. Boylan coming on, makes the catch. Runner tags. Cut off by Rob Gurney. That's a big out. F9 on the putout for the first out of the inning. So now a ground ball double play gets the Beavers out of the jam. Gurney still no need to hold the runner at first. Nowhere for him to go. And Nathan Houston will be the hitter with the bases loaded and 1 out. That's hit foul towards the dugout. 0-1. For Houston, 58 hits and 161 at-bats, 39 runs scored over 40 games, 10 doubles, 3 triples. Does not have a home run, 35 runs batted in, and a .360 batting average. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. RBI single for Houston. And the patented Huey Bloop. Barry's on the board, still bases loaded, 1 out. And Nick Cote, the designated hitter. That's hit on the ground to short. Dale up with it to Dauphiny for 1, over to first, double play. 6-4-3 gets the Beavers out of the inning. Barry's 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Beaver errors, and 3. What do we have? 1 base runner left, 2 base runners left actually, and both of them in scoring positions. So after a half inning to play, Saskatoon 1, Weyburn coming to bat. We'll have it for you when we come. Augie Groman, the starting pitcher for the Berries here this evening. His second start of the season has a 1-win, no-loss record. He's thrown 6 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 strikeouts to go with 2 bases on balls, and a 2.84 earned run average. Starting lineup for the Beavers on offense. The leadoff hitter, number 3, Hugh Montgomery, the center fielder. Batting second, Noah Brooks, the left fielder. In the 3 spot, Ryan Muselaar, the third baseman. DH Braden Mancourt is the cleanup hitter. The second baseman, Ryan Dauphiny, will bat 5th. Rob Gurney, the first baseman, is the number 6 hitter, batting 7th. The right fielder, Austin Boylan. Trevor Dale, the shortstop, is batting 8th. And the catcher, Owen Mancourt, is the number 9 hitter. Hugh Montgomery shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1. Hugh on the year, 38 hits and 153 trips. He scored 34 times in 43 games, 6 doubles, a triple, 15 runs batted in, and a .248 batting average. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The defense for the Berries, in left field, Ethan Murdoch. In center field is Nash Nichols, and in right field is Eric Aguirre. That's in and down, 2 balls and a strike. The infield consists of Mason Rell at third base. Nathan Houston is the shortstop. Gael Salinas at second base. Nick Stinson at first base. Gavin Panks is the catcher tonight. And Augie Groman, the starting pitcher. Inside, 3-1. Like a fastball that ran in. And ball 4, leadoff walk. Noah Brooks to the plate. Noah, since arriving back in Weyburn, 13 hits and 32 at-bats. He has 10 runs scored in his first 8 games, 5 doubles, a triple, 3 RBIs, and a .406 batting average for Noah Brooks. And a ball 1 count. Runner goes. Panks, the throw down, and Montgomery in there with stolen base number 10. So the Beavers showing a little bit of aggressiveness. Hugh Montgomery on the move on the 1-0 pitch. 1-1 the count to Noah Brooks. Ryan Muselaar on deck. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. That runs in. 2-2. Salinas creeping in, dropping back. That's low, full count. So after being ahead 1-2, a full count to Noah Brooks. Fouls that off. And we'll do the payoff pitch one more time. Inside. Both starting pitchers with some difficulty with walks early in their starts. Second base on balls issued by Augie Groman. Luke Popplewell, a good job to get out of that jam in the first with only one run after the bases loaded and nobody out. So 2 aboard for Ryan Muselar. Hits that hard on the ground and just foul. About 6 inches wide of the bag when it went by. For Ryan Muselar, also returning to the Beavers in late July before the roster deadline, 11 hits and 32 at-bats. He's scored 9 times in 8 games, 4 doubles, a homer, 10 runs batted in, and a .344 batting average. Hit on the ground to Houston at short, over to second for 1, and no play at first base. So Muselar, a fielder's choice. Brooks retired 6-4. For the first out, Hugh Montgomery able to advance to third base. And Braden Mayencourt with 1 out and a runner on third base, a fly ball. Lots of things will get it done. Pitch on the outside, called strike 1. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. Tails outside. 1-1. Cam Williams, the head coach, in the third base coaching blocks for the Beavers tonight. And Jackson Henderson, as usual, the pitching coach down at first base. Slashed foul and out of play, 1-2. Braden Mayencourt on the year, 47 hits and 168 at-bats, 34 runs scored over 46 games. His 8 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, 25 runs batted in, good for a .280 batting average. That's tapped down the first base line, and it will stay foul. Good job by Mayo to go down the line. We saw one of those at one of our games in Swift Current that was bouncing outside the line like that and rolled back into fair territory. The Beavers were on defense. It rolled right to Braden Mayencourt inside the line, stepped on the bag. And the Swift Current runner had stayed in the batter's box, so it was pretty easy. That's lined up the middle. Nichols with it. Montgomery tags. The throw comes to the plate late, and the Beavers are on the board. Sacrifice fly. Braden Mayencourt gets the job done. Game is tied at 1 apiece. And Ryan Dauphiny with 2 out, and Ryan Muselar down at first base. First pitch is in the dirt, bounces over top of Panks. He couldn't see it, it bounced so high. So Muselar down to second on the wild pitch, in scoring position for Ryan Dauphiny, the Beavers' career RBI leader. Oh, I have to math up Doff because he has 2 profiles in the system. So strangely enough, both of them have 16 hits. So 32 hits in 114 at-bats over 35 games. 18 runs scored. 10 doubles. 3 home runs and 32 runs batted in. There, I'm not going to do the math on the batting average, but it's probably 260 to 270-ish 1-1 count. In the dirt. 2-1. Panks able to knock that down and keep Muselar at second base. Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle. That's hit on the ground to third. Skips Rell up with it over to first in time, and that's going to retire the side. The Beavers, though, do get a run on no hits. There were no Saskatoon errors and one runner left on base in scoring position. After one complete, we're tied at 1 here at Tom Lang Park, and we'll be back with the second right after this.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Owen Mayencourt gives the sign that he's heading down to second with this last warm-up pitch from Luke Popplewell. And we're about ready to get underway. Due up for the Berries, Nick Stinson, Nash Nichols, and Eric Aguirre, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order. Barry sent 6 to the plate in the first, a leadoff double by Mason Rell, and he scored on an RBI single off the bat of Nathan Houston. Murdoch and Panks both walked, but Popplewell able to navigate out of the jam with a fly ball and a double play to only allow the 1 run. And we're tied at 1 after 1. Stinson lines that into center field for a base hit. First pitch hitting. And that'll bring Nash Nichols to the plate. Nichols enters the game with a .230 batting average, 32 hits and 139 official at-bats, 37 runs scored over 42 games, 2 doubles, 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in. First pitch runs in and up for ball 1. Eric Aguirre, the right fielder, in the on-deck circle. Fastball right at the knees, taken for a strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, a good block there by Owen Mayencourt. 2-2. Nichols, a guy with good speed, a tough guy to double up. It runs in for a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch from Luke Popplewell. He went around. That'll be a swinging strikeout and the first strikeout for Luke Popplewell in the ballgame. That'll bring Eric Aguirre to the plate. Aguirre, the right fielder. Fastball outside, ball one. Aguirre, 19 hits and 69 at-bats. 17 runs scored in 20 games. 4 doubles, a triple, 18 runs batted in. Good for a .275 batting average. Quick check of the runner. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down. Not in time. Stolen base, Nick Stinson. So a runner in scoring position and 1 out. And 1-1 count. Top of the order, Mason Rell. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. That misses outside. I like the 1-2 pitch. It was competitive enough to try and get him to chase, but he didn't, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is down and it's full count. Second consecutive hitter. Popplewell gets ahead 1-2. Works to a full count. And inside, ball 4. Third base on balls issued by Luke Popplewell. Top of the order, Mason Rell, the third baseman. Rell doubled to lead the game off, came around to score. Fastball up, 1-0. Ethan Murdoch on deck. That's in there. Rell looked like he might have been fooled a bit by the pitch. Maybe a straight change. One ball, 1 strike. Beavers again looking for that double play ball. Man, Owen Mancourt's having to work hard. 2 balls and a strike. That sails way high. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks have loaded the bases. And a visit from pitching coach Jackson Henderson. First one. You get 6. Visit from the catcher, it counts as well. You can go if you only go to discuss signals, and generally that's going to happen off of the mound. And Braden Lonsbury, the home plate umpire, going to break up the conference. The Estevan-based home plate umpire. Jordy Dwyer is the umpire at first. Sean Wetherill. Pair of Regina-based umpires at first and third, respectively. So bases loaded, 1 out for the dangerous Ethan Murdoch. It looked like it was in a bit, but a called strike, 0-1. I don't know if anybody in the WCBL hits the ball as hard as Ethan Murdoch. That's lifted into the air in shallow right. Dauphiny gives chase. It's down. And an RBI bloop single for Ethan Murdoch. Just in no man's land. A good job by Popuel to get weak contact from an unexpected source. But the walks come back to burn the Beavers again. Swing and a miss by Gavin Panks. Panks walked his first at bat. Gael Salinas in the on-deck circle. It's down 1-1. It's hit on the ground to third. Gets by Muselar. I don't think that's likely an E5. Was hit sharply though. This has a chance to really go sideways in a hurry, and now there is some movement in the pen. It'll be the affiliated player Maddox Wasake swarming. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Gael Salinas. So it was scored an error. Bases still loaded. That runs in and hits him. That's going to score another run. Four walks and a hit by pitch. Bases still loaded for Nathan Houston. Hitting the air to center. That's going to be deep enough. Boylan over, under it. Makes a catch. Throw going to go to third. Cut by Dale. They've got Salinas at first, but he didn't make the throw. So a sac fly. And an RBI. So no RBI on the error. There was an RBI on the bloop single by Murdoch as I try to catch up my score sheet here. And there was an RBI on the hit by pitch. 4 across. Yeah, and the error, that's not an RBI. So there we go. 5-1 Barrie's lead. Panks is at third, Salinas at first. Pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. Cote, the 9th hitter in the inning. 2 outs. That's upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. That's in there, inside edge. 2-2. Cote hit into that 6-4-3 double play that ended the first inning. Good pitch there by Popwell, fouled off by Nick Cote. Count will remain 2-2. Nick Stinson in the on-deck circle. That's down. Full count. Please get this guy so I don't have to start another column. Runner goes, of course, over top at Trevor Dale, and that's going to drop. RBI single, Nick Cote. 6-1 Barrie's lead. Yeah, the first inning had the potential to go this way too, and Beavers able to get the ground ball and get out of it. Not so lucky right now. And Nick Stinson, the 10th batter, sent to the plate by the Berries in the inning. He's scored 5 runs in the inning so far on only 3 singles. Pitch is down, ball 1. Every game huge for the Beavers right now, only 7 remaining and still chasing that 4th and final playoff spot. That's down, 2 balls, no strikes. Checks the runner, 2-0 the count. 2 outs. That's looped behind third. Muselar back and makes the play in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 5 runs on 3 hits. There were no Weyburn errors. 2 runners left, 1 in scoring position. After 1.5, the Berries 6, the Beavers 1. We'll be back with the
For more than
bottom of the
25
second
years,
right after
we've
this.
been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Throw down to second by Gavin Panks. And Rob Gurney will lead things off for the Beavers in the home half of the second inning. Also due up for the Beavers, Austin Boylan, the right fielder, and Trevor Dale, the shortstop. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Beavers. And the offense is going to have to get something going quickly to keep the Beavers in this one. Called strike. For Rob Gurney on the year, 46 hits on 158 at-bats, 33 runs scored over 47 games. That's up, 1-1. Rob leads the Beavers with 12 doubles. He has a triple, leads the team with 7 home runs, and leads the team with 30 RBIs, a .291 batting average, swing and a miss. 1-2. Fouled straight back on a high fastball to 1-2 still. Austin Boylan in the on-deck circle. And that's hit deep by Rob Gurney and into the wind. A solo home run and a no-doubter at that. Rob Gurney all over that one. Home run number 8 on the season for Rob Gurney as he rounds third base. The high five with Cam Williams. Touch 'em all, Rob Gurney. A 1-2 pitch, and man, did Rob Gurney light that up. Wind's gone down a little bit over there. I don't think even that little bit of extra wind was going to keep that one in the yard. He absolutely destroyed that baseball. Austin Boylan in the batter's box. One and one the count to Austin Boylan. Swing and a miss, that pitch down out of the zone. One and two. Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Check swing foul. Oh, nice dance in there by Owen Mancourt to get out of the way. And that hits him. Austin Boylan, no stranger to the hit by pitch. I believe that's number 12 on the year. And a runner aboard for Trevor Dale. Swing and a miss, strike one. Trevor on the year, 26 hits on 114 at-bats. 20 runs scored in 34 games, 7 doubles, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in. And that's hit on the ground to short. Houston Over to Salinas for one. Over to first. Not in time. So Austin Boylan, 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Oh, Trevor Dale reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 out. And Owen Mayencourt, the hitter. That's up high. Ball 1. Owen on the year, 12 hits and 58 at-bats, 6 runs scored over 24 games, 1 double, 1 homer, and 12 runs batted in. Fouls that out of play. That'll even the count at 1-1. Yes, that was actually hit by pitch number 13 for Austin Boylan. So he's tied with Rob Gurney for the team lead with 13. One ball, 2 strikes. Owen Mayencourt choking up a little bit. A little better bat control with 2 strikes. That runs in, almost clips him, 2-2. Six-2 Barry's lead. Hugh Montgomery in the on-deck circle. And that's a ground ball to second. Salinas lays out, can't get it. Dale makes the turn. He's going to go to third. A single for Owen Mayencourt. Second hit of the day for the Beavers. And Hugh Montgomery with runners on the corners and 1 out. Hugh, a tough guy to double up. Great speed. Oh. That's hit on the ground. Over to second for 1. Back to first, not in time, and gets away. Montgomery is going to stay there. But a RBI ground out. Well, actually a fielder's choice, I guess. Same thing. Noah Brooks to the plate. I'll wait for the call to update the rest of my score sheet. Noah walked in his first at-bat. Takes one on the inside for strike 1. Hugh Montgomery with stolen base number 10 in the ball game. So he gets a little bit of attention from Augie Groman. And he goes. Hanks can't handle it. Stolen base. That's the thing is, I timed Groman at 1.44 seconds to home plate. Hanks probably a 2.1 pop time, so 3.5 is about the length of time Hugh Montgomery would take to get there. Swing and a miss, and down goes Noah Brooks. So the Beavers do get 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Saskatoon errors, and 1 base runner left in scoring position. After 2 complete, the Berries 6, the Beavers 3. We'll be back with the third right after that.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
out the concessions provided by the Grub Shack, sponsored by Southern Range Well Servicing for all your food needs here at Tom Lang Park.
Yeah, that looks like the horse she had it. Yep.
Now pitching for the Weyburn Beavers, number 17, Maddox Wasakase. The pitching change brought to you by Swayze Concrete.
New pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers in the top of the third inning is Maddox Wasakase. Maddox, an affiliated player, a Weyburn product, plays in the SPBL 18U AAA League with White Butte. So no WCBL stats to tell you about as he makes his Western Canadian Baseball League debut. And the lineup that he will face, Nash Nichols, Eric Aguirre, and Mason Rell, the 8, 9, and leadoff hitters for the Berries. First pitch is in there for a strike to Nichols. Nichols struck out in his first at-bat of the ball game. Swing and a miss and hits Owen Mancourt in the hand. 0-2 the count. Eric Aguirre on deck. Good 0-2 pitch on the off of the outside of the plate for ball one. Trying to get Nichols to chase. 1-2 the count. And that's hit foul and high and out of play towards the corrals. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Low 2-2. Cloud cover coming in. Anything in the forecast? No? The 2-2 is up high, full count. The payoff pitch to Nash Nichols. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First WCBL strikeout, Maddox Wasakase. It'll bring Eric Aguirre to the plate. First pitch paints the outside black, strike one. Aguirre walked and scored in the 5-run second inning. That's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string, looked like a straight changeup. And a darn good one. 2-2. Mason Rell on deck. That's lifted to short. Trevor Dale is there, 2 away. And Mason Rell will come to the plate. Rell doubled and scored in the first and walked and scored in the second. 1 for 1. Pitch is low for ball 1. Ethan Murdoch in the on-deck circle. Outside, 2-0. That's in the air to center field. Hugh Montgomery calls for it. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for Maddox, Wasakase, and the Beavers. The guys will look to get back on the bats here in the bottom of the third when we come back.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Fans, remember, get all of your adult beverage needs taken care of with the eyes and entire beer shop. Fans, look for Matthew to get your game day angle on 50/50 tickets. We're making the draw this seventh inning. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you, Steve. Trivia time, here, folks. In my hand, I have a hat here that says the Rural Roots Baseball Classic 2026. That game took place at the Beavers here in Carnduff, Saskatchewan. The question, you gotta get my attention and look me in the eye and give me the answer to this question. What two teams played in the Rural Roots Classic in Carnduff in May? Now you gotta get my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Leading off the inning for the Beavers, the third baseman, number 4, Ryan Islar.
Ryan Musilar to lead things off for the Beavers in the home half of the third. Takes strike 1. Also due up Braden Mayencourt, the designated hitter, and Ryan Dauphiny, the second baseman, the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Beaver order. Fouled back to the screen. And Groman quickly ahead 0-2. Musilar reached on a fielder's choice in the first. He's 0 for 1. Strike 3 called. One out for Braden Mayencourt.
Designated hitter, number 7, Braden Mayencourt.
Mayencourt takes outside for ball 1. Braden Mayencourt a sacrifice fly and an RBI in his first at-bat. 2-0 count. Beavers looking to get some more offense going. Called strike, 2-1. Let's hit foul and out of play. Leaving the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside, full count. Three balls, 2 strikes to the Beavers' career base on balls leader, Braden Mayencourt. Payoff pitch from Augie Groman. Reached out and slapped it. Carries far enough to get to Ethan Murdoch, 2 away. Just a defensive swing there by Mayencourt to avoid getting punched out. Initially off the bat, it looked like one of those little soft contact things that was going to drop. It carried all the way to Ethan Murdoch. So 2 outs for Ryan Dauphiny. Dauphiny takes strike 1. Doff grounded to third base in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Rob Gurney on deck. Hit on the ground to second. Salinas, a backhand, bobbles it, picks it up in time. 3 up, 3 down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll be back with the 4th right after this. Ethan Murdoch will lead things off for the Saskatoon Berries here in the top of the 4th inning. Gavin Panks and Gael Salinas also do up the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the Saskatoon batting order. Called strike, 0-1. Murdoch a walk and an RBI single in a game, that bloop single back in the 2nd. Out into no man's land in right field, 1-1 the count. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Popped up. Rob Gurney. Not sure what happened there. We'll have to ask Rob later. So that drops new life for Ethan Murdoch. I don't know if it's communication with the newcomer. That should be Rob's ball all the way. Whether it was the base runner. And a 2-2 count. Can't give this guy extra chances. Hit on the ground to short. Dale up with it. Got him. No damage. And Gavin Panks will come to the plate. That's in there, strike one. Inside. 1-1. Panks walked in the first, reached on an error in the second, and came around to score. 0 for 1. That pitch a ball looked like it had been a pitch that was called earlier. Two and two. Gael Salinas in the on-deck circle. Two, the count to Gavin Panks. Full count. Now that's outside, ball 4. What happens when the zone changes a little. Gael Salinas to the plate. Ball 1. Salinas flew out to Austin Boylan in right field in the first. Hit by pitch with the bases loaded. That scored a run in the second inning. That's in there. 1-1. Salinas, great speed. Tough guy to double off. Something sharply hit. You might have a chance. Good pitch. Paints the outside corner. And 1-2 the count. And went outside there. See what Maddox Wasakase dials up here. Goes back outside again. 2-2. Nathan Houston on deck. That's ripped past Trevor Dale at short. A single for Salinas. 2 aboard for Nathan Houston. Houston an RBI single in the first and a sac fly in the second. 1-for-1. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Nathan Houston, the Melville, Saskatchewan product, formerly of the Moose Jaw Miller Express. One and one. Swing and a miss, 1-2. What's temperature now? Cooling off a bit, down to 26, feels like 32. That's an improvement. That's a good 1-2 there. Does miss outside. Good idea. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball hit hard past Muselar at third base. Runner is held. Well, bases loaded now and 1 out. Strike 1 to Nick Cote. Ball sharply hit, but that's one that Ryan Muselar would like to have back. Sharply hit, and you could step on 3 for 1 and find a second out somewhere else, but bases loaded now with 1 out. One and one. Nick Cote grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the first. He singled in the second inning, an RBI single. So 1 for 2 and a 2-1 count. It's down 3 balls and a strike. Got nowhere to put him. The 3-1. Fouled away. That's going to fill the count. Nick Stinson on deck. Ball 4. Seven 3 berries. Jackson Henderson with a visit. Sixth walk issued by Beaver pitching, and we're only in the 4th. Nick Stinson. the left-handed hitter to the plate. And that's drilled the liner right at Boylan. They're going to try to score, and will. Sack fly. (8-3) Barrie's lead. So bases loaded, 2 out, Nash Nichols. Not bases loaded, first and second. Salinas scored on the sac fly. There, score sheet updated. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Outside, 1-1. Nichols has struck out twice, 0 for 2. Once against Popplewell, once against Maddox Wasacase. So second time through for the Barrie hitters against the young man. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch. And Nichols way out in front of it. Looks like the wind direction's changed a little bit, maybe a little bit more of a side wind now. 1-2 is the count. That's fouled into the Saskatoon dugout. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the fourth. Outside, full count. Runners go, of course. That's hit foul. Nearly fielded by Coach Cam. Not Coach Cam. Coach Chance Wheatley. Popped up. Behind home plate. Mancourt slips, finds it. Never even gets rid of the mask and makes the play. So Wasacase gets out of the jam. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. 2 left, 1 in scoring position. After 3.5, the Barries 8, the Beavers 3, and the offense is going to have to just keep engaging when we come back with the bottom of the fourth after this. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Bottom of the fourth inning. Barries lead this one 8-3. Augie Groman still out on the mound for his fourth inning of work. 55 pitches, 36 for strikes through the first 3 innings. He's allowed 3 runs on only 2 base hits. One of them a solo home run by the leadoff hitter, Robert Gurney. Pitch runs in. Ball one. Rob led off the second with that solo shot deep to left field. Austin Boylan and Trevor Dale also due up in the inning. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. Rob Gurney from Campbell River, BC, played his 25-26 season at Mayville State University, a member of the Comets baseball team there, that in Mayville, North Dakota. Rob's parents, Hugh and Marnie, and Puppers Wrigley, in attendance here at Tom Lang tonight. Bill Hosegood's parents also here tonight. I was going to say that's down, and it was, but rung up by Braden Lonsbury. That was not a strike, Braden.
Number 12, the right fielder, Austin Boylan.
Austin Boylan to the plate with one out. It's fouled past Trevor Dale over in the on-deck circle. 0-1. Inside. 1-1. Where is it? Called strike. 1-2. Two balls, two strikes. That's down. At the same place that Rob Gurney got rung up. Full count. Full count to Austin Boylan. Inside. A 1-0 walk to Austin Boylan, and Trevor Dale will come to the plate.
Number 6, Trevor Dale.
Trevor reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the second inning. He is 0 for 1. Takes strike one. Owen Mancourt in the on-deck circle. Upstairs, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Trevor Dale from West Valley City, Utah, recently signed his commitment with the Division I University of South Florida Bulls in Tampa, Florida. Swing and a miss, strike three. Runner on first and 2 outs for Owen Mayencourt. Owen singled in the second inning. He is 1 for 1. And some yeoman's work behind home plate tonight. Swing and a miss, a big cut there. 0-1 the count. Top of the order, Hugh Montgomery on deck. And that's hit the other way, and it's going to drop for a single. Boylan over to third base. Owen Mayencourt is 2 for 2. Little backside single there. And Hugh Montgomery to the plate. Hugh walked, stole a base, and scored in the first inning. Reached on a fielder's choice. It was an RBI fielder's choice. And he subsequently stole his second base of the evening. Stolen base number 11 for Hugh. 1-1 the count. Hugh Montgomery from Winnipeg, Manitoba, a member of the Mayville State Comets baseball team in 2025-26. Popped up. Salinas, 3 away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 runners left, one of them in scoring position. After 4 complete, Saskatoon 8, Weyburn 3. We'll be back with the 5th right after this.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus a WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Leading things off for the Saskatoon Berries in the top of the 5th inning. Eric Aguirre. Top of the order, Mason Rell and Ethan Murdoch also due up in the inning. First pitch inside, in the dirt and off the shin guard of home plate umpire Braden Lonsbury. Aguirre walked and scored in the second, popped up to Trevor Dale at short. 0 for 1. Two balls, no strikes. leadoff walk to Eric Aguirre. Don't see much action in the Beaver bullpen. Wasak's 57 pitches now, 29 for strikes. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Mason Rell. Rell 1 for 2, doubled and scored, walked and scored. And that's hit deep to left. Brooks back. It's off the base of the wall. Runner is held. And a long double for Mason Rell. Aguirre over to third base. That's got to get somebody moving down there. Ethan Murdoch, 2 on and nobody out. Breaking ball. High. Ball 1. Fastball outside, 2-0. There is movement. Who do we got down there? Fastball tails in. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball. Musilar on a short hop. Over to first. Tag applied by Rob Gurney. An RBI ground out, Ethan Murdoch. For the first out as Aguirre scores. Beaver pitching has walked 7 tonight, and of those 7, 4 have come around to score. Swing and a miss, strike 1, Gavin Panks. Panks 0 for 1. He's been walked twice and he scored 2 runs, reached on an error in the second. That's hit on the ground, foul. And 0-2 the count. Fouled straight back. Count will remain 0-2. And it's Cooper Knox, another affiliated player, warming in the pen. That's a laced foul. Count still 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So it was ball 1, foul, 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 and then a swinging strike for the strikeout. Second strikeout for Maddox Wasak's. Young man showing really good composure after giving up the big double. And a line drive up the middle. Montgomery charging. They're going to score the runner. Throw way offline. Salinas over to second base. RBI single for Salinas. Went to second on the throw. Rel scores 10-3 Berries. First pitch to Nathan Houston in there for a strike. Houston 2 for 2 with a sac fly. Ground ball to third. Muselar across the diamond, 3 away. Two runs on 2 hits. No Weyburn errors. 1 runner left in scoring position. After 4.5, the Berries 10, the Beavers 3. We'll be back with the 5th. Noah Brooks will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning against Augie Groman. Groman, in his first 4 innings, 74 pitches, 48 strikes. 3 runs on 3 base hits. He's walked 3 and hit 1. First pitch to Brooks inside for ball 1. Ryan Muselar and Braden Mancourt also on deck. The 2, 3, 4 hitters. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Noah Brooks 0 for 1. He walked in the first and struck out in the second. Up high. 2 balls and a strike. No. Hands didn't even go. 3-1. Jordy Dwyer confirming that. Call that a strike. Yeah, be kidding me. Two. And that's laced into the right field corner. That's going to drop for extra bases off the base of the wall. Bobbled out there. Brooks with a stand-up double. 6th double of the year. Chew the log, Noah Brooks. Lead-off double.
Number 4, the third baseman, Ryan Muselar.
And Ryan Muselar, the hitter. That's roped to left field. That lands in front of Ethan Murdoch for a base hit. Noah Brooks down to third base on that sharply hit single. Braden Mancourt to the plate. They're going to be a mound visit. First for the Berries, as there is lots happening in their pen now. Can you get a number? No, I'm going to give up trying. So conference over, and Braden Mancourt will be the hitter. 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. Braden Mancourt from Langley, BC, a member of the Central Baptist College Mustangs for his college season, where they won a conference championship. Him and his teammate Ryan Dauphiny, the on-deck hitter. Outside. 2-0 the count to Braden Mancourt. DH duties tonight, giving him a break from the field duties in this busy home stretch of the 2026 WCBL season. Outside, 3-0. Swing and a miss. Green light at 3-0. 3-1. Mayo trying to go yard there. Put a 3 spot on the board. Pitch is down for strike 2. Haven't been able to consistently see where the bottom of the zone is. Kind of moves around. That's hit on the ground to second. Salinas up with it, spins and fires just in time. An RBI ground out for Braden Mancourt. As Noah Brooks comes around to score. And we're going to have a pitching change as Augie Groman is going to leave the game. So we're going to take a brief timeout and we'll be right back. I think we've got number 31, near as I can tell.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Entering this one. A 1-win, 1-loss record, 11 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 14 strikeouts to go with 4 walks, and a 1.54 earned run average. So Groman goes 4 1/3. First pitch, breaking ball, a slider taken for strike 1 by Ryan Dauphiny. Doff 0 for 2, a couple of groundouts in the game. Muselar at second base. It's down 1-1. Line drive up the middle, base hit. Muselar's going to be held. Runners on the corners, and 1 out for Rob Gurney. Rob with a solo home run in the second, and a strikeout looking in the fourth on a questionable strike 3 call. Pitch down and in, ball 1. Austin Boylan on deck. 3 base hits in the inning for the Beavers so far. And a 1-0 count to Rob Gurney. Breaking ball off the plate outside. 2 balls, no strikes. (10-4) Barry's lead. Rob Gurney takes a fastball for strike 1, 2-1. I got nothing. 2-2. Breaking ball. A curveball that sat way up out of the zone, and it's a full count to Rob Gurney. Still only 1 out. Inside, ball 4. Fourth base on balls issued by Saskatoon pitching in the game. I'm going to make a mark here where my new pitcher came in. First pitch to Austin Boylan is down for ball 1. Austin does not have an official at bat in the game. He was hit by pitch in the second and walked in the fourth. Way outside. Great stretch there by Gavin Panks, and that will count as a mound visit. Second one. 0-2 the count to Austin Boylan. Boylan from Minden, Ontario, recently committed to the University of Jamestown Jimmies in Jamestown, North Dakota. Played his 25-26 season as a member of the North Dakota State University Bison. Two and one. Inside, 3 balls and a strike. Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Bases loaded, 3-1. Full count. Only 1 out, so runners will not be on the move here. And that hits him. Not sure where that hit Austin Boylan. Why are the base runners not? So it looks like it hit him on the forearm or upper arm, right up around the elbow. Athletic therapist Jana Elgard having a look. What's going on? Called that a strike. Want to know the count to Trevor Dale? I don't know what to say. This has been a wild night. Popped up. Awful tough to play against 9. And it's even tougher when you got to play against 10. We'll be back with the 6th after this. Ever had somebody quit in mid-broadcast? Because I'm right there. This is fucking terrible. I just want these guys to win. It's a joke.
Our sixth inning is proudly sponsored by Zippy Mark and Mr. Sum, proud sponsors of the Beavers Road Trip team meal. Beavers would like to thank again Baker Hughes, the official sponsor for our home and away jerseys. And thanks again to Izan Tire and Southern Range Well Servicing for sponsoring the Beer Shack and the Grub Shack. Now back, number 16, the designated hitter, Nick Cote.
Nick Cody will lead off for the Saskatoon Berries. First pitch from Madden Wasakase, strike one. Wasakase 1 for 2 with a walk. One and one. Hit deep to center. Montgomery on his horse. Great catch, Hugh Montgomery! What a play!
Our Tom Jack's beer guy over the night. The first is for to Nick Stinson. For 28, Nick Stinson. If the beer guy fails to save leading first base for the next 5 minutes.
Hugh completely horizontal on the dead run, runs that down in the gap and robs Nick Cote of extra bases. Nick Stinson at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike one. Stinson 1 for 2 with a sac fly. One and one the count. It's looped over top of short. Trevor Dale circles it and makes a basket catch 2 away. Kind of a tricky ball. Looked like it might have been hit a little bit further. Kind of ended up like a dying quail. As Dale was back behind it, had to come back in towards it to make that catch. 2 away for Nash Nichols, swing and a miss, strike one. That's in there. 0-2. That's a line through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. 2-out single in the top of the 6th inning. And Eric Aguirre slaps that foul. Oh, won the count. One and one. Runner goes. Throw down. Stolen base. Two won the count to Eric Aguirre. Shallow center field. Dauphiny back and calls for it. And makes the catch. 3 away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left in scoring position. After 5.5, the Berries 10, the Beavers 4, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th after this.
Thank you, Steve. All of you who are here tonight, thank you very much. Total 50-50, we're 40 away from 800. So, I have a tradition here for all of you who are here for the first time, and it goes like this. It's time!
Saskatchewan Roughriders avenging last week's loss. 28-26 Riders, the final over the Elks.
Owen Mancourt will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning.
Number 19, Owen Mancourt.
This game will be tape delayed and played on August 5th, so by then you'll already know that the Riders beat the Edmonton Elks 28-26 tonight. First pitch to Owen Mancourt, up high for ball 1. That one in the dirt, 2-0. It's hit the other way. Slashing foul and a long run there by Eric Aguirre to make the catch in foul territory. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 3, Hughes.
And Hugh Montgomery, fresh off that spectacular defensive play in center field to rob Nick Cote of extra bases. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike one. Hugh 0 for 2, walked, stole a base and scored, reached on a fielder's choice, an RBI fielder's choice, and stole a base. A 1-1 count to Hugh. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle. Strike 3 called. Not been much consistency tonight.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 24, Noah Brooks.
2 out for Noah Brooks. Breaking ball up high, ball 1. Noah Brooks from Cloverdale, BC, played his 25-26 season as a member of the University of Pikeville Bears in Pikeville, Kentucky. Comebacker Shackelford reaches back, makes the flip. 3 up, 3 down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll be back with the 7th right after this.
Here are the numbers so far. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, and 27. If you have a Prairie Sky Co-op playback bingo, bring your program to the announcer's booth for verification.
Some changes to report. New pitcher entering the game. Another affiliated player, number 33, Cooper Knox.
Now pitching for the Beavers, number 33, Cooper Knox. This pitching change brought to you by Swayze Concrete.
Cooper, a Weyburn product.
Number 14, Dax Brown. Now
And in replacing Austin Boylan, who was hit by that baseball, will be Dax Brown. But Dax will go to third base. And this is inning number 7. And Ryan Muselar moves from third base to right field here in inning number 7. So that will be all of the changes that we have to tell you about. So the leadoff hitter, Mason Roll, will lead things off for the Berries in the top of the 7th inning. Fastball from Knox misses outside for ball 1. Rel 2 for 3, a pair of doubles. He scored 3 runs in the ball game. Knox delivers a strike there, 1-1. Curveball. Hit foul right into the barrel racing arena. A 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Mason Rell. Ethan Murdoch and Gavin Panks also due up. Two and two. Curveball hits him. He doesn't have to try to get out of the way. He just has to not intentionally get in the way of the baseball. 1 ball, the count to Ethan Murdoch. That in response to crowd request to not be hit by pitch because he didn't try to get out of the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1. Gavin Panks in the on-deck circle. Curveball misses. 2 balls and a strike. Runner goes. Throw hits the runner. Squarely. Stolen base, Mason Rell. Curveball, swing and a miss. He struck out. He struck out one of the best hitters in the league right there. Possibly the best hitter in the league. You could have that debate. If you had that debate, Ethan Murdoch would be one of the key candidates in the conversation for sure. Gavin Panks. Ball 1. Panks 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a couple of runs scored. Was hit by a. Let me see. Where's the RBI? Must have been a bases. Why does he have an RBI? On the error? You can't get an RBI on an error. Well, you got a gift RBI from the official scorer tonight. Reached on an E5 and they clearly gave him an error, which ain't proper. So 3-0. Four-pitch walk. Walk number 8 for Beaver pitching on the night to go with a couple of hit by pitches. And Gael Salinas will be the hitter with 2 on and 1 out. Runners both go. Taking the trailer and they got him. Good throw, Owen Mayencourt. The double steal, you always go for the trailer. And they get Panks at second base. 2-4 on the caught stealing for the second out. Rell goes to third. On the pitch, a strike. Popped up. Ryan Muselar there and makes the play for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left in scoring position. After 6.5, the Berries 10, the Beavers 4. We'll be back with the bottom of 7 after this. Up after 8. It's not a wedding, eh? With the chicken dance, it's got to be a wedding.
Fitting, yeah.
Especially if they do Cadillac Ranch and Cotton Eye Joe.
And get out those 50-50 tickets. Tonight's winner going home with $400. Our winning ticket number is WB3260-520. That is WB3260-520. If you have the winning ticket, look for Matthew to claim your prize.
$40? I think it's 40. Okay. New pitcher for the Berries. I believe it's number 40. Tyler Bailey. Bailey on the year. He started one game prior. He has a 1-0 record with one save. First pitch. A called strike that somehow got over the catcher and hit home plate umpire in the chest. "13 1/3 innings for Tyler Bailey, 15 hits. He's allowed 16 runs, all earned. He struck out 21 and walked 16 for a 10.80 earned run average. That runs in, almost clips Ryan Muselar on the shoulder. But it doesn't, and the count is 1-1. Braden Mayencourt on deck, also due up. Ryan Dauphiny. A check swing foul. 1-2. Ryan Muselar 1 for 3 on the night. That's down. 2-2. Popped up. Foul territory. And Nick Stinson under that. One out for Braden Mayencourt. Mayo 0 for 2 with a couple of RBIs on the night. Fouls the first pitch back and out of play. A sacrifice fly in the first, a fly out, and an RBI ground out in the fifth. Up high, 1-1. Beavers, 8 outs left to try and find a minimum of 6 runs. I'll try to find 7 runs. Up high, 2-1. It's outside, 3 balls and a strike. Mayo has been 3-1 on 2 other occasions tonight. Called strike, full count. And a good piece of hitting there. Fouls that out of play. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up. Good piece of hitting there. Reaches out, fouls that off to live to see another pitch. And another payoff pitch from Tyler Bailey forthcoming. Outside, great at bat there from Braden Mayencourt to draw the walk. Showing why he is the career leader in bases on balls.
Now to the plate, second baseman, number 50, Ryan Nobody.
For Braden Mayencourt, his 29th walk of the season, tied for the team lead with Joe Medill. And Joe has gone home to spend a week at home before he has to be back at school by like August 8th. So, first pitch to Ryan Dauphiny is low for ball 1. Doff 1 for 3 tonight. Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle. Hard ground ball. Salinas to Houston to Stinson. 4-6-3 double play will end the inning. Beavers, no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 7 complete, Saskatoon 10. Weyburn 4 will be back with the 8th after this. Cooper Knox back out on the mound for his second inning of work.
Shortstop, number 11, Nathan Houston.
Nathan Houston will lead things off. And that's hit high and deep to center. Back goes Hugh Montgomery. And it's off the base of the wall. Houston is held at second. Leadoff double.
Now, designated hitter, number 16, Nick Cote.
Nick Cote, the hitter, with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. In the top of the 8th inning. Curveball in there for a strike. Cote 1 for 3 with a walk. And a bases loaded walk it was. Outside. A 1-1 the count. Scoreboard has 2-0, but that is incorrect. Curveball in there for a strike. 1-2. And a liner right into the glove of Cooper Knox. 1 away.
Now batting, our Bump Jacks beer batter, the first baseman, number 20, Nick Stinson. The beer batter has to safely make it to first base for the next 5 minutes. It's 2 beer for $10.
Nick Stinson
He's got tire beer
will
shop.
come to the plate. Stinson 1 for 3 with a sac fly. Only 1 out. Scoreboard says 2, but it is only 1. First pitch to Stinson is low for ball 1. And that's hit deep to right center. And that's out of here, a 2-run home run.
Now batting, center fielder, number 3, Nash Milton.
I'd rather that than a walk. At least you're in the zone. 12-4. And Nash Nichols to the plate. 1 out. Takes ball 1. Nichols 1 for 4. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Up high, 3-0. Four-pitch walk to Nash Nichols. Runner aboard for Eric Aguirre. Curveball in there for a strike. Aguirre 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Pitches down 1-1. Mason Rell in the on-deck circle. Top of the order for the Berries. There's only one out. Scoreboard still says 2. You should get that corrected before somebody makes a mistake, thinking there's 2. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That's a great play. It's 4 strikeouts.
Second strikeout for Cooper Knox.
Number 24, Mason Rowell.
Like a slider missed for ball 1. We're all 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles. Breaking ball on the outside edge, 1-1. Rell also a walk and a hit by pitch, 3 runs scored. And a couple of stolen bases. Two and 1. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Owen Mayencourt's had to work pretty hard tonight. A good job by Owen behind the plate. Ball 4. Tenth walk in the ball game by Beaver pitching. Two outs. And Ethan Murdoch at the plate. A good block there. Pitch in the dirt. And Owen Mayencourt able to keep the runners right where they're at for now. Curveball taken for a strike. 1-1. Ethan Murdoch 1 for 4 in the ball game. That misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball. Taken for strike 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball outside, full count. Runners will be on the move. Popped up. Trevor Dale at short. Waits for it. And he'll make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. The Berries, 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Beaver errors. And 2 base runners left, one of them in scoring position. So after 7.5, the Berries 12, the Beavers 4. We'll be back with the bottom of the 8th after this. This is the setup I prefer. Got more room to move around. Well, when the full setup's here. Not a lot of room. This is nice. Yeah. I do like the replay stream though. It is nice.
Yeah. I'm loving this. Like, you know so much about baseball. I just learned from listening to you.
I'm doing it my whole life, so.
Yeah. Did you ump before too, or
No.
no?
I was too busy playing and coaching and all of that stuff. Guys that can't play or can't coach become umpires.
We didn't see that.
Usually he's pretty good. He hasn't had a great night.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and Tyler Bailey back out on the mound for the Berries for his 2nd inning of work. And due up to face Tyler Bailey, Rob Gurney, Dax Brown, and Trevor Dale, the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Rob Gurney 1 for 2 with a walk tonight. Hit on the ground to short. Houston up with it over to first in time. And that'll bring Dax Brown to the plate. Dax entered the game in relief of the injured Austin Boylan in the 7th inning and moved over to play 3rd base. Takes strike 1. Dax on the year, 7 hits and 31 at-bats. He scored 10 times, appeared in 26 games, has a couple of RBIs on the season, and quickly 0-2 the count. And that's a 1-hopper the other way. Ground out to the first baseman, unassisted, 2 away. And Trevor Dale with 2 out in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss, strike one. Trevor 0 for 3 in the ball game, looking here for his first hit of the night. Owen Mayencourt in the on-deck circle. Up and in. 1-1. Way high, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Fouled off right at the plate. The count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to Trevor Dale. The 2-2 once again. Strike 3 called. Another 3 up, 3 down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Beavers haven't had a hit since the 5th inning. We're off to the 9th when we come back here at Tom Lang Park.
Now pitching for the Weyburn Beavers, number 5, Camden Husband. This pitching change brought to you by Sweet Concrete.
New pitcher on for the Weyburn Beavers, another affiliated player, a Weyburn product, Camden Husband. This is Camden's 2nd appearance. He's thrown 2 1/3 innings. He's allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, has no strikeouts, walked 3, and an earned run average in a real small sample size of 19.29. I'm going to take a moment. Anybody who listens to games on Access Now or Flow Sports knows how much my wife Lisa does beside me here on the Flow Sports side, playing all the ads, looking after the score bugs, switching the cameras, all that stuff. And a big event for us on August 1st. 46 years ago today, I outkicked my coverage, and this girl went on her first date with me. So a joyous occasion in our household, at least from my side of it. Maybe not so much for her. It's 12-4. That's not right. You're right. It's ball one. And that's off the fists and into center field for a base hit for Gavin Panks. Gavin Panks, a leadoff single in the top of the ninth inning. And Gael Salinas will be the hitter. Inside, ball one. Mound visit. I think that's number 2. Actually, it's 3. I know I didn't write one down that Jackson went out. Jackson went out for at least 2. Yeah. So, I think that's the first time Owen's gone out. A 1-0 the count to Gael Salinas. Salinas 2 for 4 in the game. It's that deep to left. Noah Brooks is back. It's off the wall, extra bases. A double for Salinas as the runner Panks is held at third base. The question at this point is which position player is warming? A wild pitch and the runners are just going to stay put. So then it doesn't go down as a wild pitch. One 0 the count to Nathan Houston. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Nathan Houston looks at strike 1, 2-1. 2 on, nobody out. Fouls that off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nick Cote on deck. He hits him. Braden Mayencourt heading for the bullpen. The base is loaded, nobody out. Third hit by pitch in the ball game. To go with 10 walks. Cote takes strike 1. 1 for 4 in the game is Nick Cote with a couple of RBIs. Breaking ball misses. 1-1. Nick Stinson on deck. That's looped in foul territory. I'm not going to be able to get to it. The 1-2 the count. Ground ball. Dauphiny up with it. Over to second for one. And that's it. An RBI ground out. One out. Pank scores. Salinas to third base. Cote is retired 4-6 on the fielder's choice for the first out. And the first pitch to Nick Stinson fouled off, strike one. Nash Nichols in the on-deck circle. Pitch is down, 1-1. That's looped foul and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's ripped into the corner. Extra bases for Stinson. Little bobble by Muselaar. A 2-run double. Actually, just an RBI double. Felt like it should have been more. And that's going to be it for Camden Husband. As Braden Mayencourt will take over the pitching duties, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with Braden Mayencourt on the mound.
Now pitching for the Weyburn Beavers, number 7, Braden Mayencourt.
Braden Mayencourt on to throw in relief of Camden Husband, who goes a third of an inning. Runners on second and third are still the responsibility of Camden Husband. And for Braden Mayencourt on the season, he's pitched 4 2/3 innings for the Beavers, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He struck out 3 and walked 2, has a 7.71 earned run average. Nash Nichols takes strike 1. Pitch is down, 1-1. Boy, Mayo looks like he's throwing gas. I expect fastball, followed up by fastball and fastball. 1-2. And he threw a slider that rung up Nash Nichols. 2 out, and Eric Aguirre, the hitter. Aguirre 0 for 3. Lifts that into shallow center. Back goes Ryan Dauphiny, and he'll make the play, and the Beavers record the 3rd out on that pop-up to Ryan Dauphiny. 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, 2 left, both in scoring position. After 8.5, the Berries 14, the Beavers 4, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 9th after this. Was 16 years old.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
You are a good woman.
the best. Sorry, but
I'll let that one go.
yeah, Roberta goes, yeah, to put up with you, she would have to be. Oh, we got a new pitcher for the Berries, too. Who do we got? Come on, I didn't want to have to use my pitching stat sheet again. 25? Is it? Oh, you can get that on your camera. Look at you. Wow, aren't you slick? Okay, I'm going to go to my roster now. 25?
Now pitching for Saskatoon, number 26, Reed Beck. This pitching game brought to you by Swizzy Concrete.
Oh, they're not nice numbers to read when it's dark. They're okay in the daytime.
The catcher, number 19, Owen Mancure.
Reed Beck on to throw the 9th inning for the Berries. For Reed Beck on the season, first pitch fouled off by Owen Mancourt. Beck has thrown 16 innings. He's allowed 16 hits, 17 runs, 16 of them earned. He struck out 14 and walked 15 and has an earned run average of 9.00. Reed Beck did have a save on the season, and that was here at Tom Line Park as he threw the last 3 innings of a game, and then I went to the scoring table, and they had to send an email to get that one added to the line. Strike 3. So Eli Hansen will pinch hit for Hugh Montgomery.
Eli Hansen.
First pitch to Eli is low for ball 1. Every time I go to write, my pencil breaks. That's fouled out of play. 1-1. Check swing, and he went. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eli 2 for 18 on the season. Does have 4 runs batted in. Ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Noah Brooks on deck. Fouled straight back. Good swing there. 2-2. Down low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. One out in the bottom of the ninth. Beavers down 10. That's hit in the air to center. Nash Nichols under it. 2 away. Well, Beavers down to their last out, and Noah Brooks, the hitter. Noah 1 for 3 with a walk. He's only hit a stand-up double to lead off the 5th inning. He did come around to score. Outside, ball 1. Ryan Muselar on deck. That's down. 2 balls, no strikes. Up and in, 3-0. A 4-pitch walk to Noah Brooks, his second base on balls. And Ryan Muselar will come to the plate. 1 for 4 on the evening. And that's hit deep to left field. He's put a charge into it, and it's off the base of the wall. Brooks will hold at third. A double for Ryan Muselar. Two for 5 on the night. So we don't have a designated hitter now. Mayo is the pitcher. So he is hitting as the pitcher. Of course, Mayo, the DH, entered the game to throw. Take strike 1. Brooks is just going to score on the wild pitch here. Muselar moves up to third base. And 1-1 the count. That's hit on the ground to first. Speared there by Stinson. And he flips to Reed, and that will be the ball game. The Berries, 14 runs on 15 hits. They did not commit an error. They left 13 runners on base. For the Beavers, 5 runs on 7 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 7 on base. The winning pitcher will be Wesley Shackelford. The losing pitcher will be Luke Popplewell. There won't be a save in this game. So that's going to do it here from Tom Lang Park, and I think this is the last visit for the Access Now folks for 2026, and it's been a pleasure working with every one of you. Tonight we have Laura and Roberta on the cameras, and Corey, and all year we got Graham and Jake and Arjun and Emmett and anybody I'm missing, I apologize, but always great to work with these folks. They're true professionals and do a fantastic job. So, from Tom Lang Park, I'm John Preddy. My wife, Lisa Preddy, who did everything else on the other side of it. And we're going to thank you for watching WCBL baseball this evening, and we wish you a great evening. Take care.